Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here today, or maybe you're watching this in the afternoon. If you're watching this on replay, drop me a little hello. Let me know you came on. I see that you get a lot of views on replay, and would love to know who's on, what you think of it. We get a lot of comments for those of you that are on live, and that's always great or comments and thumbs ups and stuff like that, letting me know that you're here, letting me know that you're watching. I appreciate that. As usual, as always, every moment, every day, I'm grateful to have you here on the Global Harmonization, whether you're live or watching this on replay. God bless you. We're a community of individuals who's free-spirited, in tune with the heart, and bringing out love into the world. And I'm really, really grateful to have such great people around me that are committed to showing up in their greatest self and bringing out the greatest self in others around them, and really on that path. And so some people might be on the beginning of this journey, like, what are you even talking about, your greatest self? Stay tuned, you'll find out. And there's many of you on here. It's like I say something and you repeat back to me like the same vibration, or I'm about to get something out and I see a comment come in from one of you that is in the same vibration of what I'm talking about, the same topic I'm talking about. It's so great to have a group of individuals like this to bounce these kind of ideas off of. It's not commonplace. It's not commonplace where people are thinking about, actually making a difference from the inner work and then also bringing that into their outer work in every single moment, taking responsibility for everything that comes in their awareness. As Fizz says here, tuning the heartstrings. Absolutely. I use that analogy so often. I haven't used it in a while. I got my guitar here, right? And I could be the best guitar player in the world. And if I go to play this, if these strings are not tuned, it's going to sound pretty awful. So it doesn't matter how talented I am. If these strings are not tuned, it's going to sound pretty awful. So harmonization is part of the attunement process. Like your nutrition is getting your physical body tuned, right? Nutrition is getting the physical body tuned and optimized. Here, we're doing it on an energetic level with global harmonization, going right to the source, going as far as we can see into the source to tune to the frequency of light and be in that tune of love and show up as that. I'll speak for myself. If I don't take a moment to really think about what love is, what gratitude is, what courage is, or any of these essences, these emotions, these feelings that drive me, then how am I going to stay in that emotion? How am I going to bring that energy forward when there's chaos going around me? How is that going to happen? And this actually brings me to today's thought on the episode. It was about accomplishment and accomplishments racing relation to time. And I was definitely somebody that was motivated by accomplishment. That moment when I completed something, I hit my goal, whether it was making money, whether it was dating girls, whether it was racing motorcycles, no matter what I was doing, I had to do it the best. I had to be doing it as often as possible, and I had to do it big, right? And it got to a point where some of us maybe are not so good at doing that, and then fail quickly and then give up. That might be a path for somebody for their struggle. I know for me, my path was to be able to accomplish every single thing I put in front of me, and it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more and bigger. And what I would do is I would have to make the next accomplishment be bigger than the previous accomplishment and happen sooner than the previous one for me to actually feel that sense of completeness, that sense of accomplishment in me. Right. So if I sold one business for $100,000, the next one had to be for $200,000. I had to do it twice as quickly. And that's with money. If it was racing, first it was winning my first race. Then it was beating everybody by a half a lap. Like that's the only way I would actually feel complete, is if I accomplished something so great and over and above beyond any expectation I could have had for myself. And then I found myself running from one accomplishment to another. And the accomplishment can be as small as like, how quickly do I get to the grocery store and get all my groceries and bring everything home, and be able to do it in record time and finding the best deals and finding some new product or something. I had to always get this accomplishment. I had to have some way for the dopamine in my brain to be released more than last time. And it was great in getting things done, in the doing, in the manufacturing a certain style of life. But I was missing the journey. I was so obsessed with the destination that I was missing the journey. And what was happening is, while I was barreling forward to my accomplishment, it didn't matter what got around me. I would just tunnel vision, laser vision, which was great in being able to stay focused, but I didn't have any periphery. So any damage I did to the sides of me, I was completely out of whack for. I completely missed. And I bring this up because how often it is that I see people running for that same accomplishment. And it got to a point for me where I couldn't double what I did previously, and I didn't even have the satisfaction in the accomplishment. So that was where the downfall for me was. So some people get learned right on, oh, I didn't accomplish anything, and then they get beat up and they get in their place, which I think might be the worst scenario possible, because they might never pursue their dreams. Me, I was so hell-bent on accomplishing everything that I started to accomplish nothing. And it's these little moments in between accomplishing and being, doing, being, finishing, and becoming, or starting and finishing are really the same thing. So really, I think that the idea, this comes off the jealousy and greed that I was talking about the other day, is really stopping the attempt to eliminate the space between the moments of accomplishment and beingness. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to finish anything today. You don't have to have a list at the end of the day. The list can be no thing. It's okay. It's okay to have that time. It's okay to just be and enjoy the journey. This life is an experience. Life is an experience. So the thought of, if I get a little more, then it's going to be enough. At least in my experience, that little bit more only becomes getting a little bit more. When I had my drag strip, I'd watch people would be chasing a number of how low they could get down the track, and their whole lives revolved around shaving off a tenth of a second. Not even seconds, tenths of seconds, hundreds of seconds, even thousands of seconds made a difference. And they would take it and break it down for, okay, well, I have to get the first 600 feet to this speed, and then I can get the next 600 feet to this speed, and eventually get to the place where they got the car hooking up, they got their magical number, and they can get under that 10-second mark. And it's a huge accomplishment. People go crazy around this. And I'm not saying not to do those things. I'm not saying not to go set out goals and chase a number. What I'm saying is the gratification can come from every moment in between. It's not just once the goal is reached. The accomplishment is being present throughout every single moment. And that's riding the journey. That's going through and taking the wave into shore the whole way. That's enjoying every moment in the raft down the river. It's enjoying every step of the journey. So rather than attempting to eliminate that space between accomplishment to accomplishment, which is one of the paths that I had taken for a long time, it really has brought me back to this being in the journey, being here in the now. And a lot of people think money solves this. People that don't have money think money solves this. People that do have money, have made money, realize money has nothing to do with it. Money's just a measure, just an energetic force, has nothing to do with life satisfaction. It may make some things easier. It certainly makes some things more challenging as well. And society and TV don't show how to do this. Don't learn in school how to. I've heard it from a lot of authors, but I never really got it. I never really understood the enjoying the journey. And I know some of you got it. I know some of you that are on here have it. And some of you grasp that, like I grasped the sense of accomplishment maybe, and got that right away. So I think that the key is to just stop grabbing at things in time, whether they're accomplishment or they're complete despair. Just not grabbing at this time and saying, you know, when Ian just had his guitar up and he was showing us and talking about the strings and being stuck in that moment in past, we're grabbing onto it, right? That was the best moment of my life. That analogy made so many breakthroughs. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, I don't know. But sticking on that one, then I'm not here now. Because I think we're reaching for something deeper in the universe. Rather than mastering and controlling the environment, which is what my path was, I thought that was the key. It's no longer to control nature. It's just to be here in flow right now. Be in harmony. Be the instrument of the universe instead of a master of it. Really being that instrument of the universe and allowing whatever it is, the life that's living me, to come through and be my complete, authentic, truest, and highest self. And for me, that kind of ends with an idea, if I'm going to be able to be that instrument of the universe, what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be, like, especially with having a son now, it's funny how this really makes a difference. I don't even know if it really makes a difference. It just makes it more profound and more tangible to someone else, maybe. Really, what is the role model I'm setting out for this kid? What is the ideology that I'm putting into his awareness? What am I creating? Who am I representing myself as? And how is my child going to be affected by that? Right? I don't want to force him to be like me. And yet at the same time, I want him to see his father and his mother and be like, wow, I'm really inspired to do something big. And I'd like to be that person that really is engaged and empowering other people. That's for me the biggest area of growth. So how do each one of us do that? How do each one of us give of ourselves to lift the people up around us? It could be as simple as, rather than competing on Facebook of who's better, that culture, to actually seeing what people are doing and collaborating with them, or just giving them a couple words of encouragement with commenting on their posts. It can be something that small, or it can be something like helping them to make their dreams become reality. And I propose that each of us take a moment and just help out our neighbors, help out our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, our family, our friends, whatever you want to call them, the people around you. Give a little bit of attention and support them in what they're doing and collaborate, and stop giving that attention to any celebrity necessarily, because the whole world of celebrities is it's getting interesting over there. Give that love to the people that are around you. Give that attention, give that encouragement to the people that you know can become everything that their greatness is. Maybe they already are, and you see their gifts and they don't. So take some time doing that. I invite that practice. Well, kind of had a few different topics on there. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey and just give every single moment. So drop into your meditative position here. I'm almost falling off my couch, apparently. Everything's moved around here. Dropping the shoulders back. Hey, no laughing, this is serious. Bringing the neck back. Shoulders down. Beginning to breathe in through the nose. Filling the belly. Filling the chest. And just checking into the presence. Noticing the calmness or the energy that's moving through the body currently. Just breathing into some stillness. And at the top of the next breath, just holding it for a moment, scanning the body through, checking the posture, checking for any aches and pains or any tension, and exhaling, releasing them out. And noticing the flow of the breath. At the top of the next breath, just noticing the harmony within the body, physical body, the energetic body, the mind, the soul. Breathing into that as I bring some sound into this. Breathing in, allowing the sound to permeate every single cell of the body. Breathing into that peace within, feeling the heart, pure light. Noticing how this energy comes from within, always from within. Noticing here and now is divinely ordained. It's perfectly perfect. I have an abundance of love, abundance of air, clarity, truth. That I have all I need right here, right now. And from this blank slate, I can create anything I desire. It's like being in the construct of the Matrix, where they can load up on all their supplies instead of guns, weapons, filling with courage, love, acceptance. As these things are always present inside of me. And allowing those things that are not me to die off, to release them, all the doubts, the insecurities. Just letting them go as I bring my attention back to the freedom, the gratitude, the courage, the love. The truth. Knowing that I'll only experience this in others equally as much as I experience it within myself. Because that's the game of separation. I'm not a normal person or ordinary person. Extraordinary, beyond ordinary, gifted. Full, complete. Beginning to bring that attention back into the heart, hands to prayer position in front of the heart, pressing them together. Notice how the light and the energy flows and swirls through every cell of the body, embodying this way of being. I am the light. I am the truth. I am the life. I am the light. I am the truth. I am the life. I am the light. I am the truth. I am the life. Dropping the hands down. Going forth into this day, remembering the greatness I see in the others. It's purely a reflection of who I see in myself. To carry forward, leading with the heart, the courage, love, surrender. The state of giving eternally. Opening the eyes. Thank you all for being here today. I'm grateful for each one of you. I see you guys pay it forward all the time, giving love out to the people around you in your life, and I really appreciate all of that. So keep that going. And yes, of course, there's little laughter is good. I like to poke fun at anything we take seriously. And sometimes I know there was times where I was like rushing to my yoga class, feeling stressed out about it, or rushing to my meditation class, feeling stressed out about it. Like I'm going to be late, be the last one in the class, or there wasn't going to be room. And I'm like, why am I even going to this class if I'm going to feel this way for the 45-minute drive here? When I was living in Texas, that would happen often. And one day I finally was like, I'm just going to go to the park. And it was the most relaxing day instead. So all that stuff that I take seriously, I appreciate when somebody reminds me to poke fun at it. So sometimes it's myself. Thank you all for being here today. God bless you. I hope you have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. God bless.